Down goes Ron DeSantis. Yep, Governor Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, has dropped out of the Republican presidential race for the nomination to run against Joe Biden, which was already predicted about a day or almost 2 days ago. It was pretty apparent by the cancellations that he made on different events that he was going to do. And some people, some other YouTubers have talked about this, and actually I agree with the aspect of he wanted to figure out how he could do this in the best way. Because me personally, I'm one of the people that said he should have never ran in the first place. He should have waited until 2028. But no, he couldn't wait. He decided he would run up against Trump, the very guy who helped him become governor of Florida in the first place. So, you know, so I think what he figured was, well, I'm going to drop out. Let me endorse Trump. Because, truth be told, maybe he can redeem himself among some of the base of populist voters by doing that. I mean, there could be some people. Well, me personally, I was never a Ron DeSantis fan in the first place because I think that he's really a wannabe Trump because he thinks he can get the populist vote. But at the end of the day, I really think that Ron DeSantis is a establishment character. He's controlled opposition, and which is one of the reasons why I think Donald Trump referred to him as Ron DeSanctimonious. But yeah, I think Donald Trump is pretty much a shoo-in for the presidency outside of all his indictments and all the other, different election interference cases they got going on. I don't think Joe Biden stands a chance against Trump. They're trying to act like that Nikki Haley is going to be a run for his money, but in reality, I don't think she's going to make it either. For all the money that the establishment and the military-industrial complex is dumped into her, she's probably still not going to make it for a whole lot longer. And, the mainstream media is out here running around, criticizing her for not trying to throw mud on him about all of his legal problems. But it's like these people don't learn their lesson. The more mud you sling on Trump, the stronger he gets. So it's not working. The people, see, the thing is, that just goes to show you that the corporate media don't give a damn about the constituency. They don't care about what any of us want. They don't give a damn. We're just a bunch of dummies, and they're just going to keep telling you what they want you to believe, and they're just going to keep doubling, tripling, quadrupling, quintupling down, but it's still not working, right? Because God forbid they make any concessions to the public, the one they're actually supposed to be working for. Because what we have here is a bunch of authoritarians who feel like they're entitled to power instead of actually having the power invested in by the public. That's how dysfunctional this country has become, and our government has become, how corrupt they've become. And at the end of the day, we're going to see Trump against Biden. And pretty much I would say that if it comes down to that, Trump's going to win in a landslide. And I think there's going to be some folks out here that's going to have a problem with that. Well, you know what? Maybe you should have a problem with the guy that you got in office right now who did the eulogies for three of some of the most racist people in congressional history. Maybe you should have an issue for a guy who was part of any racist, anti-drug law known to man, and the fact that he helped, increase mass incarceration with his 1994 crime bill. I mean, I just don't get it. See, the thing is, there's too many Negroes out here that's just, and I hate to say it because I know it makes me sound like a right winger or a white supremacist or whatever you want to call it, but the truth is the truth. There's still too many Negroes out here thinking that the government is their daddy and that we're looking for a handout from the man to give us our salvation. And the problem is, the only way we're going to get any salvation is basically taking the opportunities we get out there and basically building our own infrastructure, our own economic base like every other group does. But the sad part about it is you got these mainstream overseers, black overseers in the media out here telling you, no, you need to vote for Joe Biden. Don't listen to this one, that one, and anybody who dares to say anything about Daddy Biden. I'll tell you what, with 67% of an approval rating in the black community, some of you Negroes are still not getting it. Joe Biden don't give a damn about you. And the fact they're importing these immigrants in here, just letting them fall in here, nonstop, should let you know that they're trying to wash out your vote. And some of you Negroes are still too stupid and too stuck on stupid and voting for the Democrats and Trump racist and the Republicans racist, like as if the Democrats are really any better as far as racism. I got news for you. A passive racist versus a proactive racist, guess what you still got? A damn racist. Okay? These Democrats have not done a damn thing for us for 60 years at least, over that. And you folks still keep falling for the plan to vote for somebody who's not going to guarantee you nothing and ain't going to do nothing for you, because guess what? If they've been getting your vote for free for the last 6 decades, why the hell are they going to decide to do something for you all of a sudden when you've never made them pay before? I just don't get it. But anyway, Ron's out of it. And you want to talk about somebody who, you want to talk about racism? Let's talk about Ron DeSantis. Let's talk about the fact that he was one of the main ones out here thumping for Daniel Penny, who choked that brother on the subway and murdered him, basically, even though they didn't charge him for that. And I don't care if you had a black DA, because that's just a black face as usual, okay? You got really, come on. We got to look at politics from a less superficial position. Because that's the problem. A lot of us, everything is always the same thing. And you got some of these old Negroes that's telling you to stay in line and keep voting for these folks. You know why? So they can keep getting them paychecks for throwing your ass under the bus and selling out their community. Come on, guys. This is Gen Z now. Okay? This is Gen Z. We are past, look, the boomers are fading away. We still got Gen Xers, and the sad part about it is we got a lot of Gen X sellouts out here in the media, mostly women, but some Negroes out here too, like Van Jones, who, Jeff Bezos bought for about $100 million, and he's out here crying about Joe. He was up here crying about Joe Biden winning the election. It's easy today. That just makes my stomach hurt, man. But here's the reality. Ron DeSantis stepped down because he knew he couldn't win, but he wants to save his career by endorsing Trump. Because even though I don't think he probably really want to do that, because honestly, he wants to appease the establishment. But he knows that if he does that, his career is pretty much done. So he has to go with the public. He knows it. At least he has that much sense. At least he has that much sense to stay with the party candidate that's pretty much really, he didn't go against the public, which was the smartest thing he could do. And not be that arrogant, not be another Liz Cheney and say, well, I'm going to endorse a Democrat before Trump. That's traitorous behavior. Why would you vote for somebody like that? It's just like being a rat or a snitch for the police, right? Now, the police might take the work and say, yeah, good job and everything else, but guess what? They don't respect you any more than the people that you're ratting on. At the end of the day, once they get done with you, they'll probably throw you under the bus too. So really, they're not giving you no real accolades. Just going to use you because guess what? It's just like at a job too. Same with the job. You work at a job and you go tell on folks so you can get a promotion or to take somebody or get somebody fired. It happens all the time. And guess what? They may get a little promotion somewhere here and there, but at the end of the day, those same folks that promoted you, they don't trust you. And eventually they're going to cut you off too once your usefulness gets ran out. Because guess what? Nobody respects you. So Ron DeSantis knows he put himself in a bad position. He shouldn't have ran in the first place. He should have waited till 2028. But nope. He figured he was going to go against the very guy that helped his political career that don't look good. And truth be told, some people are still not going to forgive him. But he did what he could to salvage. But if he would have went as far as to say, heck with it, I'm going to endorse Nikki Haley or done something like that, he would have been done. So he did the smart thing. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna save him in the long run. I know the establishment will probably try to push him if it comes down to it. But then again, Trump gets elected. That's 4 years. That's it. Now, the only thing that the Democrats are going to be doing is trying to do damage control the whole time. That's all they're going to do. If they ever get back in the White House, all they're going to do is do the same thing Joe Biden did. Let's just go back and hit reset. Let's hit reset. Let's hit reset. And it's amazing to me because I sat there and listened to some of these other folks, even some of these establishment Republicans like Nikki Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough talk about, Joe Biden this, Joe Biden that, and Trump this, Trump that. Trump, oh, he's this, he's that. Then you have some of these folks on these other media sites, these other lower, political sites on, the smaller ones on YouTube talking about, well, Trump did all these things and he did all these executive orders. Yeah, because Joe Biden didn't do the most executive orders in the shortest amount of time in presidential history. He did the most executive orders within 4 days, more than any other president. So everything he was doing was all about trying to do the Great Reset, trying to go back to the same position they were under Obama. Because basically this was Obama's third term. This was Obama's third term, basically. You got Anthony Jerome Stripe Blinken in there. You got the same swamp creatures that he could put right back in there. So, guess what? This is going to be interesting to see, but I'm going to tell you right now. Nikki Haley is not going to beat Trump. So, look forward to Donald Trump being the nominee, folks, because at the end of the day, the Republican Party goes against that. The Republican Party can forget it. They're basically helping the Democrats win. And if they do that, I would say maybe both parties may be done. If they take a risk of doing that, there may be a good chance that a third party candidate may get through at some point. So, and they definitely don't want that. The duopoly definitely don't want that. So, black folks, pay attention. Black men in particular, pay attention, because you need to vote your interest, not the interest of the community, but your interest, because your interest, no matter how you slice it, is if you're a black man who's interested in the community and being a leader in your community, then you need to vote like one. Not vote like what the women want, what the establishment wants. Vote for what you know is going to put you in a better position. Vote for those opportunity zones. Enough of the nonsense, folks. We don't have a lot left, black folks, because they're really gunning to knock us down. We don't have any friends out here. Okay, we got everybody trying to influence the system, and we know this. I mean, really, we got no allies here. I mean, hell, even some of these billionaires are openly out here supporting the Zionists, and they got everything in the world to say about black folks. Well, some of you probably know what I'm talking about. Look no further than X. Again, we need to actually show some power here and exercise power in a constructive and effective way. We're not going to be doing that by voting for the Democrats. You can vote for who you want. Obviously, I can't tell you no different, but I'm going to tell you my opinion on what I see. And I think that we should all take that into consideration and throw the Democrats for a loop. Because guess what? We ain't got nothing to lose. Okay? Because we're not going to gain nothing from Joe Biden, I'm telling you right now. I'm going to say it outright. Disagree if you want, but I'm going to say it. And you should really do your homework and understand that Democrats don't care about you. They only care about keeping your community divided. That's what they've done all this time. That's all they've done is create a bifurcated community by basically, pandering to the women and ignoring the men. Well, guess what? Let show them this time they have no choice, but they can't ignore us. And who cares who likes us, who don't? Guess what? Power is not concerned about who likes them. Power is concerned about who respects it. And that's what we need to vote for, respect. Not for who likes us. Vote for what makes sense. And it sure as hell don't make sense. This is chess, not checkers. And black folks need to start playing chess. Black men in particular. I'm out.